All right. Hello, hello. Oh wait, yeah. Y'all are on a 30-second delay, so no hello, hello. It'll be a bit. Ooh. Still do 20 minutes for that. Still waiting for it just to pop up on my screen so I can do a little technical stuff. Still do 20 minutes for that. Okay, I think everything's good. How's it going, guys? I'm gonna start this prediction. Map 1. Okay, so just let's just do a little housekeeping. So we're currently in the playoffs. One game was already played. I think that happened last night. I was at work, couldn't do it obviously. So right now we're about to do the second game in the playoffs, right? So we have 7 rounds, right? I, there we go. Maybe I shouldn't scroll in. Oh, here we go. I can just do that. So currently we have 7 rounds, and today we're going to be doing Dayu's team versus YourWaterloo's Lithp. And who was the other? Dayu. Then after this, I got to get my times right. At 8 p.m. East is going to be the round 7 game with Dayu's Entropy versus Totoli's team. Or Toli's team. Team. He prefers that. Um, there's a few changes. This is the playoffs. I'll go ahead and just read what some of the playoffs are. First off, the people who have made it, right? So we have Dayu's Entropy, Klub's MK, YourWaterloo's Lisp, Woodsy Poltsy's B-Stream, J-Back's Girth, Wind, and Fire, Wildman's Mid-Tier Midwits, and Tully's to Team. So essentially how this is going to be. We got a little round robin thing going on here, right? We have 7 rounds. Every team faces off 6 times. I think that's how it is. So there'll be 1 round, right, that they will have off. It's going to be a little different this time. So captains are going to flip a coin, virtual coin in Discord, and then that captain who wins gets to decide the map, and it's just any map in the sacrifice pool. We'll look over that here in a moment. What was the other? Oh yeah, and then the point breakdown. So there's actually only going to be 2 games per series now, right? We typically had it was a best of 3, um, and if you won your 2, you won that series. So now there's going to be 2 maps, and this is the point breakdown. If you win that map, you get 4 points. If it's a loss with a round win, you'll receive 2 points. And if it's just a loss completely for you, you get 1 point. So if I'm reading this correctly, the minimum amount of points that you can get per match, per series, is going to be 2 points, right? And the maximum amount that you can get is 8. There is a second stage. I don't think we'll get to that right now because that is kind of a bit away. And currently, the finals is going to take place on, I think it's the 15th and 16th. Or am I messing that up and it's the 16th and 17th? Maybe I shouldn't say stuff like that. In any case, we have Dayu and YourWaterloo's team playing. Unfortunately, we would talk about maps and whatnot, but now since they can, they're picking the maps, right? It's kind of hard to break down like what we'll be getting into. But let's kind of go ahead and talk about sacrifice turning. It's the premiere mode. It's what we're playing today. Where'd my thing go? Okay, so sacrifice is essentially it's captured a flag, right? A flag, if you will. In this case, it's a soul. It's going to spawn pretty much in the middle of the map. Once your team acquires the soul, there's then two bases that you can go to or choose from. Probably the best way to say that. And you can pick. Each map typically has like the preferred one that the community or teams have, so we'll have to see how that breaks down. But once you choose it, that becomes your base, and the opposite base, that other base, becomes the enemy's base. Now, the big thing you're going to be taking it, you're going to be holding it. There's tourney mode and then there's sacrifice. So in normal sacrifice, you'll get 2 minutes. You get to change your champion, and weapons more or less have instant pickup, right? If someone walks over it, it'll come back in like a second, half second, something like that. I forget what the default time is. Tourney mode is very different. You have to pick your champions before you get into the map, right? So you can only have one of each champion on each team, right? So you have to pick a dynamic. Typically, we see like two heavies or a light and a medium, but typically you'll see people that are really good at defense, and maybe you also have someone that's really quick, really good at, we'll say, pulling the soul and getting it back to base. On top of that, tourney mode is actually, it has an increased timer. So remember, sacrifice has 2 minutes in normal matchmaking. Tourney mode in the custom game mode is 2.5 minutes. So you have to hold it for a whole 30 seconds longer, which can be pretty tough, It's a lot longer for sure. On top of this, again, the weapons take longer to spawn. So not only are you like fast paced, you're always trying to be with your team, you're always trying to be with the soul, you're always trying to be on power ups. So you have to wait for specific items a lot of times. I think I'm gonna get an invite. All right, where were we? Oh yeah, I was talking about the pickups and delayed spawns. Yeah, so it takes a lot longer for you to get your arsenal. Usually is what that means. Another thing is like if you kill someone or something like that, you'll usually save that gun for a teammate, right? You can't just go in and pick it up. There's not a free one that's easily accessible. So you really got to save things. You got to communicate. And lastly, we have the maps. Now, currently looking at the map pool, and since each captain is going to pick the map, right? I think we're going to see very little of Church of Azeroth, Citadel, and Lockbox. I think those are probably the least desired games, or I mean, the least desired maps, unfortunately. But the map pool is, just real quick, Blood Covenant, Burial Chamber, Church of Azeroth, Citadel, Lockbox, Ruins of Sarnath, and Tempest Shrine. Hmm. Just realized there's something else missing. Tower of Koth. Tower of Koth is also a map. How come that's not on here? One moment. Just let me make sure I get that map in here too. Tower of Koth. There we go. I think we're gonna see a lot of Burial Chamber and where's the other? And Ruins. If I was a guessing man, I would say those are probably the two most desired maps. I also think Blood Covenant would be picked. Yeah, when I look at, Tower of Koth, Church, Citadel, Lockbox, those aren't really maps we play a lot. I haven't seen anyone play Citadel that never gets picked. It'd be interesting to see like a random Citadel pick, right? Because everyone's expecting everything else. Maybe we'll see that once. But yeah, I definitely think we'll be seeing a lot of Burial Chamber, Ruins, and Blood Covenant. And hold on, what's the rules about this? Let's see. I don't see it directly in here, but I would assume if Captain One picks a map for the first map, I would imagine Captain Two cannot pick that same map. I'm not seeing that directly, but I would imagine we're not going to allow something like that. That'd be a little weird. Oh yeah, and then real quick, we actually have two games tonight. So the next here, can I access two events at 8 p.m. East? Dayu's team again will be playing. So Dayu's team Entropy, excuse me, will be facing Tully's team. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here, do I have to promote you to caster? Looks like Mars is going to come join us, caster. It'll be the first time he's joined us. That'll be nice. Okay, so yeah, I got to share my Quake champion screen. That's what I need to do. Hey, how's it going, Mars?
We got two heavy hitters.
I know, right?
Sort of
Uh,
interesting.
so I've shared the Quake champion screen so that you can see what I'm doing, but you can also, just have your own screening cast as well.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, so what should we tell him? Right now it's we have Dayu's team Entropy and who's the other team? Waterloo's Lisp. What do you think about these guys? You have any thoughts on him? Oh yeah. Just a heads up. I mean, I have kind of stated that I think that Dayu's Entropy will win the series. Little biased, I think. I think they have a really good and solid team. Now, just to be clear, I don't think that that means Lisp here is going to have a is going to be an easy target for them at all. But I do think that Dayu has strong coordination on his team. What map are they picking? Ruins. Okay, okay. Real quick, let's look at ruins real quick. Uh, okay, so the soul spawns right at the bottom of I, kind of directly below and in front of uh, directly in front of the eye. I guess that's a better way of putting it. At the bot there. Typically, people will go to the statue of Zethula, that base that we call that T base. But typically, I wouldn't say that this base is like necessary. It is really easy. One of the things I think is so incredible about this base is that all of the ways in, it takes you such a long time, right? It takes so long to actually get to the obelisk. And if you just have people at the back railing, it's pretty easy just to hold people off. And yeah, at the end of the bottom passageway is Rel, but it's like if that defending team already has Rel, it's really just another problem in my opinion. But there is a second base. Typically, this is mid right here. So let's see. What is the second base? Ziggurat. Or Ziggurat. You here? Okay, we'll keep going. I don't know where Mars is. Um, Here on Ziggurat, and let's just make sure that they have in fact picked ruins. All right. Ziggurat, I don't think it's a bad base, but I do think it's a little easier to attack. They can come up from heavy at the bottom right with the Accelipad. There's another Accelipad from LG. There's also mid, and then you can also come from rocket, right? It's just four ways of chaos. I think that's its biggest downfall is that
I
there's.
didn't know that the sides. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up? In any case, it's really hard because you essentially need someone to watch every angle. So yeah, it's hard. All right, once we get in here, we'll talk a bit about the picks, who they picked. Oh, and I do need to move my camera off here. Bam, better experience.
Prepare your team.
Here, I'll throw this over here. That's
Round
all
begins
in
in
one.
3,
Bada
2.
boom, bada boom. I'm already back to lobby, are you? I have no idea what just happened there.
Yeah, I am. I, I'm communicating with you with a delay, so it's kind of hard to talk at the same time.
What do you mean with the delay? Can you
I
not
guess because
hear?
I'm watching your stream, it's the only way to hear you.
I'm confused. You can't hear me right here?
No, I can hear you on Twitch. I can't hear you any other way.
I'm not sure that makes much sense to me. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm not sure what just happened. They won, okay. Alright, looks like Green Thunder's game crash. Shouldn't be too much longer.
What's up, AK?
What's up, guys?
Oh, hey, do you want an invite too?
No, you go ahead. I didn't even mean to join the chat. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
gonna watch.
Yeah, maybe this makes sense to you, AK. Like, when I'm in the caster's channel, you know, with Old Hickory, and I want to join him casting, but I can't hear him unless I hear him through through Twitch. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know how to help him. I thought, he would just be able to hear me in here.
Yeah, that's where I hear you.
Could it be something wrong with your audio, Mars?
I don't know.
See if he's turned down on your thing. Right-click him and see if you have him turned down.
Do you have me muted, Mars?
No. Let me try that. I'm gonna mute you in Twitch and then see if I can hear you in a channel.
Okay,
Say
let's see if we
hello,
can catch
Hickory.
these champions. Hey, what's up?
Okay, we're good now.
Okay, Dayu as Visor,
I'm
What
stupid.
was
Don't
it?
pay attention to me.
Andrew Clears as Sorlag,
I
Naj as
had two streams running
Visor,
at the same time, so if I
Waterloo
won,
as Strog, and Zebra as Clutch. We'll have to get the other guys. I used to think
I need a beer.
it took way too long to get
All right,
into
so
the
you know
game,
what?
but
Old
as
Hickory, I
casting,
didn't
I do
realize
think
that the two
could be
bases
longer.
had names.
Yeah, I was looking through all this stuff on Church of Quake. Shout out to the Church of Quake, by the way. And like every part of the map is there's already a known name for it that the developers have.
That's you know what? I guess that's what we get for not going through the church, you know, going to the Church of Quake and
I
actually
know, right?
looking at the lore.
Church is so important, guys.
Yep.
AK, while we got you here, do you have any comments? What do you think about Dayu's team or Waterloo's team?
I think they're undefeated right now, right? Dayu's team.
Dayu's team is undefeated. I think Waterloo has one loss, right?
Yeah, I believe Waterloo's team. Their only loss is to Dayu's team in the reg season.
Okay.
I have a feeling that Dayu's team is gonna win this. It might be 2-1 though.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Started.
Incoming soul.
See, I'm following Dayu. He just got the LG and he's taking on Clarence. So they're setting up. Soul spawns at 20 seconds. So in 2 seconds, we're live.
Mars, which obelisk space do you prefer?
Well, having not being familiar with the names, I actually prefer the heavy side.
Really? So
Yeah.
the other side, not this alpha side.
Right. I like the heavy side because I don't. There's
And
more
real quick,
for-
Lithp has got the obelisk there, but Phantom does have the soul now, and they are going to try and get it. He's already going to get killed by a freaking drone. I'm sorry, go on, Mars. What were you saying? You like that base because?
I like it just for my playing style. I can see, I have a better view of what's going on, and kind of gives me like there's little nooks and crannies where I can hang out at.
Like the McDonald's arches.
The arches, the steps below the obelisk, or behind the obelisk.
That was a nice get from Entropy. They sent 2 people up first before the person who had the soul. But now we are
It just
following
got
Andrew.
so looks like
Yeah.
Quad spawn.
Green Thunder does have. He's
Quad.
going to try and take it over by quad, and yeah, I'd be playing for quad right now. Well, all quad has to do is turn around. You may get taken out here by Andrew. Oh no. 400 damage quad. Well, he does have heavy, but only 1 health. Nice Ralph and Phantom. Was that a double whammy?
Your team has the quad. Defend
I think it was. Oh, guys, I'm sorry, I don't even have chat open. No problem, I love casting for this.
So Entropy's setting up defense. So you're gonna have pretty much everybody on station. They used the strongest of their strong team, so he's gonna be running around just plugging people away.
Yeah, Dayu is essentially a semi-pro.
Yeah, he is semi-pro. I think that's a fair description for him. So you got one coming in from Rocket, one coming in from T, and one at LG.
I've noticed they're not really going in together or coordinated. They kind of just go in as singles or duos. They do want to be a bit more coordinated when they're going in here.
I think it just kind of works out that way. You know, at this point, with 53% soul left, the coordination will start kicking in. It seems in my experience.
Yeah, that is true, and
Once time starts running out.
Yeah. We do have a power-up here relatively shortly.
You are right. You should be coordinated at all phases.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
It looks like they may skip. No, they're gonna stay here for power-up. All those Nubius does have. He's very low. Waterloo has, again, everyone's very low. We'll get a little health. He just wants to try and grab this in. He may be able to get this, although there's 2 people waiting above. He needs to get some team members here.
Red team's on the board. What's Waterloo's team's name? Lisp?
Yeah, I think that's how they say it. Lisp.
Lisp is on the board. Or was.
enemy has the protection.
So, Dayu again has a soul. He's just waiting
He just barely missed that rocket.
waiting for the shots to line up. It's not happening. So he's going to go heavy, try to go up the jump pad. Oh,
I think he's just trying to fake him out, it seems.
Yeah, he's pretzeling.
Although, again, he's very low. He's got to be careful. He really wants to have some teammates in here, maybe even make a distraction. He's running into trouble immediately.
Yep. Waterloo has and taking it back to their side.
Just going to have an easy stroll right on it through.
One of Entropy's skills as a team is they communicate really well with each other. So, as we were mentioning how it's important to be organized, Entropy doesn't have the strongest shooters, but they have great communication.
Yeah, we've talked with Dayu a few times for, when we talk to the captains afterwards, and he's always stressing that's like the key thing. They're always talking. There's always something pretty much being said in the BC channels.
Yeah.
You have the soul.
More communication is better than less, that's for sure.
And that's pretty much true for any competitive game, right? You really have to have good communication. You have to trust your teammates in the info they're giving you.
Yep, war with any team. So quad's about to pop. Less than 5.
And he was able to grab that quad, but getting hit by a drone first really gonna nuke his health. Alright, Natch has quad, he's gonna go through. He even used ability for this.
Waterloo from behind.
Soul lost. You have the soul.
He's only 1 rail away from dying. He still has to be pretty careful. He could be a bit more aggressive, though. Oh no, he'll be taken out. Excuse me. Don't know any of these players that a lot of people make a return. What do you mean by a return? It's still the same, it's the playoffs, it's just the same league. So it's the same teams and everything.
You know, I kind of want to say like the score indicates a close match, but it doesn't.
You have the soul.
The gameplay doesn't seem close.
It hasn't felt that way.
Yeah. At least it started out that way.
Yeah. It will be thrown to T, but no one's there to return. In fact, actually, this Entropy is going to throw it right back, and it's just going to keep changing hands here.
No one
Little
to take
keep
it.
away.
Dayu's got it. Looks like he's gonna try to go portal.
I don't think he knows where he's going.
Not true. Andrew Clarence was there at Heavy to shut him or cut him off. So through portal and trying to get out.
And they're all four there, so it's a pretty tough just to even get it in right now.
Oh,
Nice still from Nubius, but it will be brought in.
Protection spawned. Defend B. So lost. Your team has the protection.
Oh no, so close. It's gonna be chucked right to T. Oh, it will be taken.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a triple
Not
threat
how
right
you
there.
want this to go.
Yeah. Worst thing is Dayu with the power up. Ooh. Dayu's just gonna start cleaning up now.
85% on the clock. This is when it's starting to be crunch time for Lithp.
Yeah, they can't play for power ups. They really just have to, you know, go in.
They have to coordinate and get there and get it.
Defend B. Impressive.
99% they have to touch. Oh no.
Dayu
That's a
just
good
wrecked the
round.
last four guys.
yeah, that was
That's-
impressive by Dayu. I feel like a really improved player is Phantom Snake. He's making some big plays.
You know what? I actually agree, AK. I've noticed he's gotten a lot better over the league, I'd say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Phantom's issue was never his shooting. Phantom was, to me, it always was about positioning, not getting
Soul spawned.
carried away by people who distract you from what the goal of the game, of the match is.
Well, Nubius was able to steal with the Doom ability, but he's back in now. Dayu's protecting. Heroic was able to steal. He tried to go tribal, but is dead now.
You have the soul.
Andrew was able to clean up. He's over by rockets now.
Good. Cut off a rocket, going back to T.
He'll just rocket right over, but he may get caught out. Yeah, just a barrage waiting for him.
Rocket jumps always seem to make sense at the time.
Yeah, I notice. I always try and rocket jump in that situation, and it never really pays off.
That would have been a sweet play.
It would have been.
Worked.
Yeah. If it works, it's cool.
You know, it's high risk, low reward sort of thing. High risk, high reward.
Defend B.
It looks like they're going to go try and play for this power-up right here, and the last thing they want to do is let Dayu get the quad. And Dayu's dead, so we can't.
The quad.
What?
One thing I noticed about this match is not a lot of rail play. Mostly Machine and LG.
Yeah, you must be furious right now.
Oh no, I mean... I've learned to embrace the machine gun.
Enemy has the quad. Excellent. Defend. Soul taken.
Waterloo does have quad. Oh no, quad's over. He does have soul though. He's getting picked off really easily. It's just sitting there.
Soul lost.
Oh, he wasn't able to throw it to T, but teammate will grab nonetheless. Thunder has 10 health. He has to be so careful. With all four of them in front of you, you really just got to pick a new route. Excuse me.
All four in base. He did good damage before the exit, but they cleaned him up.
Capture. Defend B.
And a pretty tight game right now for this round 2.
You know it is. It's
It feels like
This is
Lisp
tighter than
is much more coordinated. It feels like as the game's progressing, they're, you know, really doing a bit better.
yeah. These
Kinda
two
have to
teams
be.
are really kind of equal on paper. One of the intangibles, you know, we keep bringing it up, is communication and talking. And I think where
Incoming protection.
Entropy has the advantage over Lisp and many other teams is communicating.
Absolutely.
Defend B.
But that said, Lisp's a little bit of a lead right now, and if they can get this power up, they could definitely continue that.
Yeah. Yep. They got the power up. They got heavy. I mean, protection, and you know, it appears as though Entropy's a little discombobulated.
They're taking a bit of an engagement right here.
Team has the protection.
But they still do have the soul. I mean,
Yep. All right. So Entropy has numbers on station now.
He has the protection.
alright, Proc is out.
Have the soul.
Dayu has, but he's very low. He's pretty much one shot from anything right now.
For this size of map, you don't have numbers at any one station for very long. So it becomes critical that you take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know, something else I've noticed that Entropy, I mean, Lisp, they're playing as a pod. They seem to always be playing as 4. Except for this moment right here, but yeah.
Well, I think what helps with that is they have 2 heavies, so they got 2 teammates that can take damage.
Yeah.
So it kind of, in my estimation, kind of helps with playing as a pod. 'Cause
Oh no! Wow, he faked them out. He was just checking over by Mega, and they thought he was actually going to go by Tribald, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that, Mars. One thing I'm noticing on Entropy is they're doing a lot of damage when they're pretty weak. Like, that time Dayu got the cap with 16 HP, and they're just wrecking them, even with very low HP. They're not, Lisp is not getting the cleanup.
Nope, they're not getting cleanup. You know, I think that probably kind of goes back to, you know, it's probably equal parts bad luck, where people are spawning, and then the size of the map, and then ultimately communicating.
Wow. I mean, Dayu has quad, but only 2 HP. Here we go. It is going to change hands now. Oh no.
Your team has the quad.
So I'm viewing Waterloo, and he's staying on station. He's leading their team. So
Yeah, I mean,
now-
you know, they spent all that time with quad, and it's 95 to 32, you know?
Entropy has numbers and pulled soul. Ooh,
Enemy has the quad. Defend A. Defend
love those right before you score rails. Those are just beautiful. We'll live for those moments. Right when you think you're about to pull that soul and score, boom!
Alright, we got Clutch on. He's kind of alone over here.
the soul.
He's trying to throw it to his team down there in Courtyard.
Soul taken.
So Heavy looks like he's going jump pad on Heavy side. Or the
Oh,
soul.
he is able to get the pick off. I think he'll be able to get it in. He got picked off. Alright, Andrew, your teammate's going to be able to get it nonetheless, though. And they have to get in now, though.
Yep. Entropy's got numbers on this side.
Mm-hmm. 99 to 43.
Have the soul.
Oh, you get taken out immediately. I would not have gone I. Yeah, go through portal. And saying they have to get in. They have to touch. Nubius is on.
Plays. Entropy's playing kind of frantic,
You have the soul.
trying to get this back on their side.
44 to 99.
At this point in the game, one shot, one well-executed shot or series of shots will flip this.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They can still win. I mean, off the top of my head, they really need this next power up for sure if they want to stay in this.
Gotta get that power up.
Andrew loses it. Dayu does have, but he's very low and he's being attacked front and center.
Yeah, Waterloo's trying to take care of
Oh,
it.
no.
He does. This might be what's needed.
Soul taken. Tank.
Waterloo
Waterloo's
just
got
picked up
heavy.
heavy as well.
Soul
Looks like they're going to try and take... Oh, those were nice.
Nice.
Yes, timely, and that's what they needed.
They have to get this guy off, though.
Railgun God.
Oh, it's so close. Touch it, touch it.
Oh, what the hell?
I think this is it.
Feel
This
I'm
is it.
playing. This is it.
Why isn't it changing? Okay, there we go. Man, that 99 to 100 is the longest second of my life.
I know. That was excellent. Excellent work for Lithp.
Round 3. Fight.
That's funny. So that base has been the winning side both times now. Maybe. there's
Hey, thanks,
things that
Cash.
are coming.
I do
Hey,
appreciate
Kate, which
that.
side do you like most? I like the heavy side.
I personally like the lower side, but I'm okay with both. I don't think there's that much difference between them.
Soul spawn. Soul lost.
All right.
Green Thunder was able to make it out alive. He's going to be able to pull this in.
Okay, so same sides as last round.
Yes. It looks like they've got this side every time, Entropy.
No, it switched.
Oh, it switched?
Yeah,
My apologies.
they have the heavy
first
side.
one.
The first
Yeah,
round.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Alright. So Red's got numbers, or Lisp's got numbers, and looks like they're gonna
Yeah,
successfully
anyone's
pull.
welcome to join, guys. If y'all want to come join the Discord, we'd love to have y'all to play.
You got Phantom playing center field up there, and you've got a shooter who can do rails and rockets and a machine gun. You could be deadly up there.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a one-man team holding your station right
Those were nice rockets from Nubius.
Yep.
Right, now it's just gonna try and chuck it out.
Soul lost.
It's back in just barely.
Yep.
Now they got to go play for power up though. Yeah.
Enemy has the clock.
And Lisp does have. They're gonna get this Meggy and then probably go in.
Stopwatch.
Zebra stack. This could be dangerous. Nice rail.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna miss that second rail.
Shocker.
Oh, nice. If you can get a few entry yes. This is perfect. That's what they
Robot
needed.
makes it, and he does.
Robots are gonna rule the planet, boys.
Yeah. Our future robot overlord is right now doing pretty good at that.
I'm thankful for our future robot overlord clutch.
Yes. So it looks like everybody's staying on station, which is kind of good in this in this instance. You know, you're in between power-ups. Might as well stay on station and just start firing away.
Yeah, if you're Team Entropy right now, maybe you get a few pickoffs and you can go in, but really, you just gotta play smart.
Soul lost.
I know there's a lot of theories on how to play SAC, but I'm a firm believer in staying on station.
Defend B.
No, I agree. You should plant yourself. I mean, unless there's a power-up or something worth, you know. Or are you saying you should give everything up?
I think in between, you know, given time and situation, you should probably always stay on station. That's where your numbers are at.
Capture
But there are times when if you want to be able to
Soul taken.
split out, go get your
Incoming protection.
the power-ups whenever they spawn. But you know, this kind of map with its size, I think you're just. I feel that staying on station and letting the power come to you is probably the better thing. Just my interpretation.
Enemy has the protection.
Yo, what's up, Ice Clown? Thanks for tuning in, guys.
What do you think, AK?
Soul lost.
Yeah, well, I would like to check all the choke points. So you got a mouse on every choke point that says coming from, and then let someone like Dayu or Waterloo kind of roam. And also get some communication.
It's going to be chucked to T, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do anything here.
That works too.
Soul lost.
They're so close, but they will be able to take it back.
Soul taken. Your team has the protection.
You know, from an offensive perspective, you have to know where the firepower is coming from. So, if you know, maps like a barrel chamber at the castle, stay on station. Get your heavy, but stay on station and just run out of time. You know, you might be right in this map, with its size and openness. Choke points is probably more important.
Nice rockets from Nubius. He won't be able to get the kill though, unfortunately. Andrew's gonna probably take this to Portal. And be able to get it in very quickly.
Yeah. He's a good runner, this Andrew Clans. I haven't played with him very much, but he's pretty good at running the boat.
Yeah, he's, I think he's one of the only Europeans right now, or are they all Europeans? No, Andrew's the only European right now, right?
He's the only European on playing in an A team.
Okay. Yeah, I've definitely seen him in some other tournaments before, but he's really shown up for sure.
Oh, Entropy has the numbers, and Nuger's through to T.
This next squad play could be the match.
It really could. Andrew does have quad. He's going to go for the attack right now. He's already got the double.
Quad's on station. Yeah.
He's a little low though.
Needs to hand it off.
Oh, they'll choose not to and just try and attack, but now they have.
And that goes back to what Mars was saying, is get on station.
Yeah.
If his teammates were there, they would have taken that quad and held, but it's so hard to do when it's chaotic.
It is. Yeah, this is just like, a lot of people consider this map to be the best SEC map, and it's easy to see why. Its size, its chaotic nature, you know, lack of choke points, you know, defined choke points. And there's just really not a lot of time, you know, when you have numbers, you might have like 2 or 3 seconds before your numbers, you know, the tide turns and the other team has the numbers. So, yeah. You have to make hay while the sun is out.
It's 78 to 86. They've really got to get a plan, Team Entropy, if they want to get in here. They're about to lose the first map.
Yeah. What's crazy is this winning side right here is Nubius.
Yeah.
He's been upset about netcode all week long.
What's his problem?
He's warping. He warps a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds like, wouldn't that be a him thing though?
It might be. But don't tell him that.
Oh, okay, well I'll edit that out of the pod.
Alright, so Entropy's trying to forward the soul and it's not working.
I think they get this. I mean, it's 99. There we go.
Wow.
Unexpected.
I didn't
Crazy.
expect that either.
And the heavy side, all 3 rounds went to that heavy side, so maybe there will be a change.
Oh, I gotta get the,
You know, there's also
screenshots.
Mars also has a theory that states the team with the most heavy players usually wins.
Yeah.
And I know that came true here because, you know, like I mentioned earlier, you got 2 heavies that are taking damage, and they're taking time away from other guys because it takes time to shoot it, you know, to frag a lizard and a robot. You know, they're not light where you can just hit them, you know, a couple times and then move on to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
And with a small map,
shit.
heavy dominant.
Kabuto's in Twitch chat. We haven't seen that dude in a long time.
No, I was playing with him in pubs yesterday. Someone send that guy an invite. So next match is Tower Koth.
No, they get to pick their maps now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it is. Huh, it looks like they picked Koth. Okay,
Pick
so
map.
speaking of that, what maps do you guys think won't be picked at all?
Citadel.
Okay. You think Church will be picked?
No.
So, yeah, I would have said that Church, Citadel, and Lockbox wouldn't be picked for sure. And
I
I
think it'll
feel
be
like
the.
that there's only like 4 go-to maps, like
Yeah.
Ruins, Burial, Tempest, and DMs.
don't forget Koth.
Pretty much. Koth is core for one player, and he's not here.
Yeah, we skip if Acid's not on.
Hey Brian, thanks. I do appreciate the resubscription.
Yeah, I suspect
You're on a
next two
3-month
maps
streak. Man, thank you so much. That's so
gonna
kind
be
of you.
Blood Cove,
At 100 bits, dude,
Burial.
you gotta... Man, you're
I'm
so
not even
kind.
paying attention right now. Oh, shit, never mind, it's Koth. So at Koth, you can
Brian,
expect
you're too kind.
your Waterloo to change to Eisen. He's gonna pimp out the rail area. He'll post up there.
Alright, next map is Tower of
That's a major
Koth.
choke point, particularly for a shooter.
I wouldn't have picked it. I wouldn't have thought that would be picked.
Yeah.
So we have
haven't seen him
this,
switch
the
over
actual
yet.
tower
Let's see if
area,
it's-
and the cathedral. Those are where the obelisks are. A lot of people like the
Shout
tower,
out to
but
Brian,
some people do
giving a
like the
bunch of
cathedral.
bits.
Yeah, I know, right? He's so kind.
Sweet
He's
work.
the producer of all of this, to be honest. Yeah, Brian, so yeah, resubscribe 1 month and then 500 biddies. That's very kind of you. Oh, and then also, where does it spawn? It spawns, spawns right here in window. On that middle pillar, that's where it spawns. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not window, it's railgun room.
Prepare your team. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Fight.
Okay, here we go.
Coming soul.
Yep. Hey, Kay, do you have a favorite side on this map?
Yeah, the Tri-Bolt side.
I guess that'd be the open side.
Soul spawned. You have the soul.
Dayu,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
Dayu
open
dies
side.
immediately. Yeah, that would be the open side. And it's just gonna keep changing hands. It's already changed hands 3 times. Waterloo will get this side though. Obelisk B.
Yeah. And I
Why
was
do you
almost
think
gonna
people?
predict-
Why do you
I
think
was gonna
people
predict
prefer
WC
this side?
was gonna win this one because he's better on maps like this where there's a lot of running. But God, Lithp came in and took that good side early, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're actually playing really well. Why do you think people prefer this side on this map? Any of you have an opinion?
Go ahead, Mark.
Killing spree. Net master.
You know, I don't know. I guess it's kind of it's simultaneously easy to defend and easy to pull from.
Incoming protection. Incoming quadrant. Defend
Yeah.
B.
So
lost.
I don't think there's a net positive to
Soul
being here.
spawned.
I think the other side
Soul taken.
is easier from an offensive perspective
Quad spawned.
to pull from than it is
Your team has the quad.
from a defensive perspective to defend. So all things being equal, open side's probably the better map, even though they're both equally. They're both not. That's one of the things, you know. Is there, what are y'all's thoughts about having asymmetric maps?
What do you mean by
I
that?
think it's a good idea.
Just like having maps that you can just go around in a lot? What do you mean by that?
It means it's the same on both sides. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't like it, to be honest. I think it takes away the uniqueness if everything's mirrored, right?
Defend A.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, with the lack of symmetry, it makes one side it sets one side of the map up to be weaker or stronger than the other.
Soul lost.
Theoretically.
I mean, People don't even like the one map that we have that does have that, Citadel.
Yeah.
Citadel's just too big.
Yeah. Okay, let's put it this way. Do you like CTF on Longest Yard?
I do.
Okay.
CTF's it's so big because it's. I mean, that's intentional.
I don't disagree. I do wish maybe there was like one or two more, just as an option, right? But I wouldn't want all of the maps to be that way, right?
I think the right size map for SAC. I think right size for me is Blood Gun. But I take that back. Right size for me is Burial Chamber.
I was gonna say Burial Chamber. I think Burial Chamber is the ultimate in my opinion. Okay, real quick, because we should talk about this game. It's currently 78 to 25. I actually like this side. I like the pillars side more. I think it's easier to defend. I think you can kind of hide between the pillars. You can kind of go off into the little nooks. And I think this other side, the Bravo side, is a lot harder to defend in my opinion because you can just throw it right off, right? As soon as you grab, you don't even have to hold on to the soul.
Yeah, A is such a. You could sneak up there. You can go up to nail gun, hang out on the ledge, and pull a soul. And that's one of Dayu's favorite spots. Is just hang out right there, try to be inconspicuous, and then pull it. And then before anybody realizes it, you've already capped, or he's already capped. So.
See, I mean, right there, he was able to take the soul and reset, while the other team was right there fighting him. They just really couldn't even do anything about it.
And and so far, match 2 is starting out the way match 1 did, with Entropy developing a nice lead.
Although, right now, it is getting really chaotic. I think both teams are just kind of throwing and chucking. Oh, what's the score right now? Like 95? 95 to 28.
Regardless of the teams, this map has a way of making lopsided defeats and losses.
For sure.
It definitely has its fair share of fans like Nubius.
Brian, how many times have you... Oh my gosh. I lost track. 1, 2, 3... That's too many. It was 10.
Oh, they got quad locked down. Whoever gets quad wins this one.
Protection spawn. Your team has the protection. So lost.
Dayu got quad. I would say that's a 1 round. He needs to get down there, though. He's not, there we go.
Saved it. Oh, quad's down. And now he's got both, right? Or who is that?
Round 2.
Crazy, the other side won again. Like, I've been wrong on the strong side for all 4 rounds so far.
I think the league is changing the tides.
Yeah. I think it also depends on if you have a good railer at the rail when you're defending that open side. Because that can be all the difference. Now it's changed, so we'll see if Team Dayu here at Entropy can get something going.
Team Entropy, yeah, they've chosen this other side. Dayu gets 3 kills with the rocket, too. But go on, Derek. Hey, what were you saying?
Oh, I was done.
Defend B. So lost. So spawn. So defend B. Defend B. So lost. Incoming protection. Incoming quad.
Nice play. Entropy's got defense locked down.
Defend B. D Defense. Protection spawn. Quad spawn. Your team has the protection.
Dayu is so low with this quad, but he's still confident.
He's waiting for that mega. If he gets that mega,
Wow.
there it is.
Entropy already in a very controlling lead. I mean, they have both power-ups. Now Dayu has both power-ups, and he's just getting kill after kill. Another triple kill. Wow, Dayu's on fire right now.
Yeah, that was a nice play. His teammate gave him the prod, and that's how Dayu plays pubs too. He tries to get both power-ups and then GG.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. So did he suicide to give it to him?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he had got killed and then he picked it up. Interesting.
Or could've.
Soul lost. Soul spawned. Soul lost. Impressive.
Gotta be careful. Dayu's usability. He's gonna die though. Whoops.
Capture A.
I know, right? They really do. So, like, if you use your ability as Doom and then pick up the soul, you can be across the map in a matter of seconds. It's quite incredible. A little abusive.
You have the soul.
Ooh.
Incoming protection. Incoming
Nice little
quad.
LG battle right there between the team captains.
Mm-hmm.
Dayu.
I'm not sure what Lith's strategy is, but they have to find a way to harass
Defend A.
and take some life out of Dayu.
Quad spawn.
That dude can't run around
Enemy has
unimpeded.
the quad.
Yeah, they really
will
gotta get
crank
these
you.
power-ups.
Yep.
And certainly they can't let Dayu get a Oh, he already got it. Never mind.
At a minimum, can't let Dayu have all the power-ups.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Oh, they will get the pickup on him, though, so Quad is just sitting there now.
Yeah, but they're also not pushing. Entropy's had both power-ups for a while now, and this entire time, Team Red just got 40%.
That is true.
Assault.
Oh! He was so close with that drone.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get up behind them, but no, he will. It's just Nubius right there.
Yeah. And see how Zebra put in some work right there? Even though he had 4 health, he was still running around getting damage. And that's been key for both teams.
Yeah. I noticed with a lot of the better players, they don't get scared, you know, like whenever they're low health, they still play confidently, they still play forward.
Soul lost.
Yeah, if you hit a rail with 1 HP, you still hit the rail, right?
Exactly.
Still do the damage.
And I mean, I think that the enemy team or the enemy player, they can kind of tell if you're low health and you're running away and whatnot. So if you're still playing forward and whatnot, it kind of seems like, oh, they're strong. Maybe I should, you know, run away or something.
Incoming quad. Incoming protection.
Disengage, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It's
Good
current.
point. You have to know when to not. Sometimes you just can't take every battle that comes your way.
Spawn. Your team has the quad. Protection spawned.
This is great. Lithp does have both power-ups. They have to push in right now and get this.
Yeah. Waterloo has the quad.
Oh no!
Oh, he just lost it.
Gets taken out by Dayu. This is terrible. Dayu has both power-ups.
Yeah. This
may be
would
it.
GG, or get around anyway.
Defense. Excellent. Defense. You win. You
Well,
win.
that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I counted 3 times where Dayu had both power-ups simultaneously. That's just... When you're taking 1/4 of the damage and you're doing 75% more damage than everybody else, and you're the best shooter, it's It's a recipe for disaster.
Hmm.
All right, let me
You know
go
that,
update.
and the damage output really wasn't that great from either team, but I mean collectively. But yeah, Dayu has to be harassed, shot at, you know, rerouted. You don't necessarily have to make him the focal point of your defensive efforts or your offensive efforts, but he has to be a factor. You know, you have one guy running shop on you, like someone skill level Dayu, you're not going to win.
Yeah, who is Entropy's fifth player? I feel like they had one more strong player as well.
One moment.
You know what? I'm not sure.
Do you know, Mars?
I don't.
I'm
I don't
looking
know.
for it. Entropy is Dayu, Nubius, Green Thunder, Phantom Snake, and Prodigy.
Oh, okay. Probably.
I've never
And
seen Prodigy actually play.
he played in one of their earlier games. And then the one that's sitting out for Waterloo is Zekareth.
Mm.
All right, I'm in here.
Hey, how's it going, Dayu? Nice
What's up?
win.
Yeah, did okay.
You did okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to lose Ruins. That was not part of the plan, but it is Waterloo and Zebra. They're really tough.
Well, what can you tell us? What was going through your mind in that first game?
First game, anger and frustration.
I noticed. Dayu, it's Mars.
Yeah.
So, like, I noticed on the first match, it, Entropy started off really strong, and then Lisp was able to whittle their way back into the game. And then on the third round, or the third match, or third round of the match, it looked like Lisp was able to take control. So, how did you feel? Was there a point where you started feeling momentum slipping? And what efforts did you have to try to change the tide?
Yeah, I definitely felt it slipping. I think I wanted to, as a team, we should have gone to the power up more, and we were not doing that. And I think that's what won them the game. They pretty much got the power up almost every time. And if I contested it, it was only me, or if it was only just some other teammate. It wasn't all of us, and they did a really good job at doing that.
Do you think that's just a communication breakdown?
Communication breakdown, a little bit. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
AK, did you have any questions for him?
Yeah. On Ruins, I noticed that it seemed like the strong side was the side that people don't usually pick. All three rounds were capped by, or were won by that heavy side. Do you think there's going to be like a shift in meta now? Because I feel like more people are going for that, and I know that you were still pushing for that rail side base, but it seemed like both sides were stronger heavy side. Do you how do you feel about that side, and do you think it could be the strong side from here on out?
Yeah, the reason I chose Ruins is because it's I think a safer pick than say like Church of Azathoth or Lockbox, where one side is really really dominant. Um, yeah, you can definitely make an argument that the other side, the upper side, is better.
So
So yeah.
we have different rule changes for this second phase, right? In the playoffs, it's a coin flip, and you get to pick your map. How does picking the map change? I mean, you just said you can kind of have both obelisks on ruins, right? Are there some maps that you would just never pick at all? Then
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think Lockbox, Church of Azathoth, and especially Citadel. I think those maps are really, really one-sided once you're set up. It's almost impossible to break them if the other team knows what they're doing.
so you're looking for maps that maybe have a bit more of a 50-50% on either obelisk.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. One thing I noticed, I mean, it felt like Lisp was as the game went on in that first map, they felt they were getting much more coordinated. I felt like they were kind of communicating
Yep.
and playing as a pod a bit better. Did you see that happening in real time? Did you see
Yeah,
that they just
they were definitely more coordinated. When we
okay?
played them in the season matches, they were all over the place. I think we got the better of them for sure there because we had a way better teamwork communication, I guess. Yeah, they were not as coordinated last time we faced them.
One last question for me, Dayu. So you've played Waterloo's team, which is Lisp,
Yep.
and you played. Did you play the Russian team, Klub's team?
No, we haven't faced them. We're gonna have to face them on the final week because of just scheduling conflicts. So, yeah, we
Gotcha.
haven't faced them yet.
Yeah.
So what my question was gonna end up being was, who out of the teams left do you think is your biggest competitor right now? We got J-Box team, it's Girth, Wind, and Fire. We got Wildman's team, the mid-tier Midwits. B Stream, which is Witsy's team, Team Tully, and Klub's team. Out of those left, who do you? I mean, obviously not who's going to beat you, but who has the best chance?
Yeah, who were the toughest? I would definitely say J-Back and probably Wildman. Those two teams are gonna be really tough.
Some murderer's row of teams right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Dayu, I got a question for you. One last one. It's really important, so I'd really appreciate your honesty on this one. What are Nubius's true feelings and thoughts about Tower of Koth?
I think they're the same as mine. We hate that map.
Why do you hate Tower of Koth so much?
It's really annoying to play because if somebody gets the open side, the mega side, it's tough to break. It's really tough to break. I think you can make the other side work, but you have to watch for the top cap constantly and have the weapons for it. And then the other one, you don't really have to be as vigilant.
That's an excellent point. That top cap is what separates. What's if you are unable to pull the slow from the top from a top cap on the B side, the map would probably be just totally different. It just changes the whole complexion of it from
Yeah,
my
for sure.
perspective.
For sure, I agree.
What do you think about Tower of Koth having two power ups? Do you think that changes the dynamic of play on that map?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I actually like maps with two power-ups. People say
Hmm.
that they don't like them, that they hate them. It's not the two power-ups that's the problem to me. It's just the geometry of the map. It makes it so that one side is a little bit, well, not a little bit, I think significantly so better.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like the two power-ups,
Yeah, I do
especially
too.
when I have them both.
One last question for me, Dayu.
Yeah.
Nubius's hit scan issues, are those what percentage of those are his own connection is dog shit, and how many of it is it's the game's fault?
Um, I don't know. That's a good question because, there's a lot of players. There's a lot of players that complain about the server connection, but I don't experience that, so I couldn't tell you. Like, I literally don't have those problems, and now it's not like I have insane internet. I don't have like fiber or anything, so I don't know.
I'm just
Like,
messing, Nubius.
Well, Heroic Zebra plays on a 60 hertz monitor, so you see
That's
how well
insane.
he kicks butt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and we are talking about Phantom Snake too. I feel like Phantom Snake is the most improved
Mhm.
player of the season. He's like he used to always be kind of bottom of the board, but man, he's stepping up, hitting all kinds of shots, doing damage. Good communication from him too.
we're talking about Phantom, but I've noticed this about a lot of the people that we play with. I feel like everyone's skill is, slightly increasing, since this league has started. I feel like the games are, much closer these days.
Yeah, I
Yeah, they
agree.
do kind of feel that way. I agree with AK. I think Phantom skills increased. I've always thought, and I've known Phantom Snake for a while now, and
Dayu,
I've always felt that he's a good shooter, but his awareness as a in SAC has increases, which has made him much more valuable to a team. and his communication.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Dayu, I know we keep saying last question, but I actually kind of want to change it real quick. Because you have a second game. You have another game that's about to happen, right?
Yeah, in about an hour.
Okay. And you're going to be going up against Totoli's team, to team. What can you tell us about that? Are you scared? You got a little anxiety? What are you thinking going into this one?
I definitely have less nerves going up against them than Waterloo's team. I
Oh.
think especially it helps too that we're basically warmed up already, so hopefully that'll be better for us.
So you think smoother sailing ahead?
Yes, I think so.
All right. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, Dayu. Do you guys have any more questions for him before we let him go?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks
that was
for
our last question.
Real proud of you, Dayu.
Yeah,
good
thanks, man.
job.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, well, I still got y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to do the scoring so that I can update the brackets, but I'm not sure I understand this. Do you guys understand the scoring?
What's the question?
Well, how do I score this? So if Lisp won the first game, right, but then Dayu got a single round win, how do I divvy up those points? Is it 4 points for Lisp and 2 points for Entropy for that first game?
I'm a little confused that they didn't do 3 maps, but I would ask Cash.
Yeah. Why did they not have 3 maps?
Well, it's just a better way of doing a point system.
Oh, okay.
Well, I shouldn't
So
say that. There's different ways of doing a point system. So, I mean, they did this in Dota actually with a different point system. It would be if you won, you got 2 points, and if you lost, you got 0 points. But we're given a few more points in this situation.
so is it points per round?
I'll read you the scoring system. So it says for the following system, this is how points will be rewarded. If you win a map, right? If you win the whole thing, you get
Hmm.
4 points. If you lose but win one round, you get 2 points. And if
Okay.
you lose, you get 1 point.
All right. So Entropy gets 4 points for winning the match, and or I take that back. Lisp gets 4 points for winning the first match. Entropy gets 2 for winning 1 round for the first match. The second match is the reverse. So Entropy gets 4 for winning the map. Well,
Entropy,
they
so
outright won the map, so it's just 4-0.
Or you just
okay.
give everybody a point when they win a round. So the first one would be 2-1, the second one would be 2-0. Add those points up. I would wait for Mr. Cashed.
All right.
Yeah, Cash understands his bracketology better than we do.
Well, I'm gonna add up for a game. I think we have time to do a single game before this other one.
Yeah, I added up as well. Maybe we can
Cool.
get one going real quick.
All right. Well, I'll catch you guys a little bit later then. That's it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for
Thanks,
joining in,
AK.
AK.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, stop recording. Yes, yes.